There's nothing that feels as good as getting home after a long day and laying in bed. My favorite time of day. And this is the way to instantly make over your space with the help of Home Reflections. Without having to hire an interior designer, you are able to pick this up today and save $14 depending on whether you pick the twin all the way to our king. So this is going to be our Home Reflections Garden Party Quilt and Sham set. Comparable retail value, we're talking $100. You're able to get this home anywhere from 4 easy payments of $11.25 to $18.75. Some gorgeous colors, also reversible. So not only are you getting a gorgeous floral print in the front of this folk-inspired floral print, but you have that gingham both on the back with those button details, and you have that gingham on the back of our quilt as well. So right here is our gray option. Then we have our lavender, which I love. This is that instant step into spring. And then we have our blue right here with a little hint of yellow. On QVC.com, we've got one more for you. It is our peach option. This plays into that cottage core, but it is calm. It is almost like a neutral of a floral. And my friend Carrie Lachlan is joining me today to talk about this special way to update our spring decor. Carrie, I am so happy I get to spend a little time with you today.
As am I, and we were just thinking about our favorite place, which is climbing into bed. There's nothing better, I think, in life. I think when you're little, it's always like, oh, do I have to go to bed? And then when you get older, you're like, when do I get to go to bed? That's the question. So anytime we can bring things into our home that are going to give us that function and bring us that warmth that we need, but then also bring the beauty and that kind of like you and Chelsea were speaking about earlier, that spring refresh. This is really that wrapped up with the shams and the comforter. And I love the weight of this as well. Perfect for spring and summer.
I'm like, I should get up and stop laying down and do my job, but this is so comfortable.
No, that's where you're supposed to be right now.
A little after 4 hours, after 4 hours in the garden, this is where you want to be. This is my kind of garden. You don't have to water it, but you are getting those gorgeous florals. And I love the fact that Home Reflections is bringing us something that is that designer quality at an accessible price, but this feels so soft and it is easy to take care of. It's machine wash, tumble dry, but you're also getting plenty of fabric when you are picking this up. Like this gives you that coverage.
It does. You always get a really beautiful drape with Home Reflections. We're always really conscious about that when we're designing these pieces. All of these pieces are designed in-house. You can only find them here at QVC with Home Reflections. I also love what you pointed out earlier, John, is about the fact that it's floral, but it's not overly flowery. So if you're somebody who loves a beautiful print, it definitely has a little bit almost like a sketching of a print, which I really, really love. You're able to get that floral feeling, that refresh, that spring, without it feeling, the best way I can say is like too light and bubblegummy and airy. There's a grounding to this, and then you can still have that springness as well.
And you're getting something that is just going to be that light, perfect spring, summer weight. You know, it is time to shed not only the parkas and the coats, but the heavy blankets of winter, because this is going to be that pop of color you want, but that feeling that just feels fresh and new. Now your colors, I'm sitting on our gray option here on the bed, and that gray has that floral gray and that gingham on the back. I really love that button detail. This plays into what you would find in those designer magazines and stores, and we'd be talking well into the triple digits. You would pick up either the gray or lavender, which is that great purple with that purple floral on there. And then right here we have our blue. I like that this, the gray and the purple have that white background. This is your blue background with that yellow flower and the gingham on the back. And then on QVC.com, we have our peach option, which I love the fact that you are mixing the peach and the green there. So that back is green in the gingham. 4 easy payments of $11.25 to $18.75, depending on which size you get. You're getting a twin, full, queen, king option. All of those, you're saving $14 to pick this up. Do not let the price tag fool you. Home Reflections brings us the best of the best at an accessible price. It allows you to really be the interior designer of your own home with the help of our friends like Carrie Lachlan. And Carrie, this really is one of my favorite things I've seen this spring.
It's really beautiful. And, I wanted to just go back to the one thing that you spoke about, John, was the softness of this.
Yeah.
Because there is, I think back in the day, there was kind of that harsh quilt feeling, if you know what I mean,
Yes.
like when we were growing up. And maybe I'm a little older than you, but I feel like we all had that kind of harsh quilt where you would pull it up and it would almost feel like cardboardy and papery, and it was thin. This is giving you that almost like a soft throw, but you're getting that gorgeous look of a quilt. You're getting that gorgeous stitch work and that little bit of batting in there as well. But the softness, it almost has a brushed effect on this when you are feeling this. And then the more you wash, the softer it's going to get, and easy care. So machine wash, tumble dry, stay away from the fabric softeners. But it's that, I always say when we lighten up, we don't want to think about just lightening up the colors, but also lightening up the visual. And that does this, absolutely.
Right. It is so well done. This is one of my favorite pieces I've seen this spring, and you're able to get it and save $14 if you pick it up today. Now is the time to shop. You're also getting reduced shipping and handling. So it should be $7.50. You can get it for $5.50 on that shipping and handling. Item number H482493. You've got a gray option, a lavender, a blue, and a peach.